Card controls. I love them, you love them, spectators love them. Well, they don't really know what a card control is. In fact, they've never even seen a card control because they're invisible. In this video, I'm going to teach you a 2-card control that's very easy to do. There is one little hurdle that you might have to jump through, but after that, after you get smooth at it, this will be one of your go-to controls. And after I teach you the controls, or the control, I will teach you a trick you can do with it. Let's get into it. Okay, so here's what this 2-card control looks like. So let's say for this we have 2 participants in front of us, and maybe one here, and they're both going to select a card from the deck, alright? So maybe this person here selects a card from the top, and this one here selects a card near the bottom, okay? So they would just maybe point to one, and maybe that one right there, remember that card. Same thing over here, just touch one towards the bottom this time, maybe that one right there, that's fine, remember that card, and then that one gets lost in the deck as well. Alright, so 2 cards scattered throughout the deck, one near the top, one near the bottom. However, they didn't realize that I indeed controlled both of them to the bottom of the deck. Alright, so here's the action on that control. It's very easy if you're familiar with the classic Hofzinser spread call. If you're not, I'll show you an easy way to do it, a very simplified way to do it. But if you, like I said, if you know how to do the call, then this will just be a breeze for you. Alright, so this is the action. You have 2 participants, right, across from you, and it's kind of important that they're, right here, one here and one here. So that way you have them pick a card, and the swinging really kind of covers the move. So I'll briefly touch on the call, but there's lots of places that you can learn it from. Pigcake on his channel, he goes through it a lot. He's a better teacher than I am, in my opinion. But here's a little bit of action on that call. So you spread through like this, and you want to have them either touch one, or they can say stop, or they can just point to one. It doesn't matter how they pick the card, but you want to have them note a card near the top of the deck, okay? So once they do that, you raise your deck hand to show them the card, all right? So you just have them look at the card, and as you go back down, this is what you're going to do. You're simply going to align the bottom card of this spread with their selection, okay? So this hand comes down to sort of close the spread, right? To keep spreading for their card. But this is what happens. As you align this card with their card, it doesn't have to be perfect, all right? So maybe about that much is fine. You can see there that my thumb is on top of the card that's above their card now, so it doesn't have to be perfectly aligned. Just come over and just butt this card under your thumb like this, and that's all you need. Alright, so once that happens, once you do that action right there, that card is butted under your thumb, all you're going to do now, you notice my fingers are on the face of their card. That's very important because you need their card to stay there as you pull this card in just like this. And that's all that happens. You can see me pulling in this card. Boom, that's the whole move. That's a spread call. It's essentially a spread side jog. So just get used to this motion. Just do this move for a while. Have a card noted. Look at it like this. Come over, place that card on top, and just move in with it. And that card just stays there because, like I said, with your fingers. Alright, so you're halfway there. You've already mastered the call halfway. Here's the next step. So after you do that, like I said, they'll never see that because the spread is on top of it, right? Alright, so you're here. Boom, the spread hides that side jaw condition. So now what you do, as you continue spreading, you take these fingers now and just pull that card in, and the card is going to come out of the spread like this. So it's completely out of the spread, and the edge of these cards will keep the deck so that it'll fall everywhere like this, and you can keep spreading, and the card just goes all the way to the bottom because of this spread side jog. So here's a nice clear view of the spread call in action, alright, so no pun intended. Alright, so once again, towards the top of the deck, you have them just note a card, bring it up to them so they can see it. Alright, now look at this. All you're really going to do is you're going to scoot the card towards your other hand like this. You can see it happening here. Boom, that just gets scooted to the side so it can go under the spread. Just pull it in with your fingers like this, and you have a spread call. That's really all it is. Now with the second selection, you'll be doing another cull, but believe it or not, the second card is a lot easier to cull when you already have a card culled in the first place. Think of it as sort of a slider card that makes it extremely easy. Okay, so here's the action. I'll keep using the clear deck because I think it's very helpful in this move. So like I said, here's the first one. They note a card near the top. They see it. We just do that cull move. Remember, just put this card underneath the thumb. Use these fingers to bring it in. You can see that happening clearly right there. And like that. Now, as you do that, this swinging action covers that move. I mean, it's an invisible move. It's an invisible move anyway. But if you need cover, that'll be enough cover. Okay, so especially while you're learning it. All right, so you keep spreading through. Have the other person select a card. Now look at this. This is so easy. Show them the card like before. Again, same thing as over there. And all you're gonna do is bring it under enough to where it can go under this card now. So just bring that in. Boom. No need to do any butting this time. That you can take that step out. All you're gonna do is just put it under that card. That's it. Just swing it under enough to where it can go under this card. Boom, and you have it. That's all it really is. So once again, if you didn't catch that quite clearly, so all you're gonna do is this: bring it under like this, and since that card is there, it's easy to slide. It's easy to slide because of these fingers are on. There's no friction. So you just bring it under like this, boom, and you have it. And it's automatically cold because there's already a card cold there. Just try it out and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It doesn't take any work at all. It's not really a move. It's practically self-working after you get that first card cold. All right, so you're here once again. Boom, you go under, scoot these in a little bit, and automatically these two right at the bottom together, and there they are. That's the move. Okay, so here's a pretty cool trick you can do with this two-card control. Now this is just something that I threw together for this video, for this control, but it's a pretty cool trick, and I think you'll like it a lot. All right, so here's what we do. We'll do the move, and first person picks a card. Remember that card there. Second person as well picks a card. Maybe that one right there. All right, so both cards lost in the deck, never to be found again. All right, so here's what we do. Don't use that line because you will find it. It's a stupid thing to say. All right, so here's what we do. First person. I think you seem like a lucky person. I think you seem like you get lucky a lot. So let's test that luck right now. There's a few magic cards in the deck, and I think you can find one. All right, like I said, there's a few of them, so you have a few chances to find one. So as I do this, just say stop anytime, and we might find one of those magic cards. All right, so do your best. Say stop when you feel the time is right. Maybe right here, where we got the Four of Clubs. See, the Four of Spades is actually one of the magic cards, not the Four of Clubs, but I think the Four of Clubs, it might still work. All right, so all we do is we spell the magic card, in this case the Four of Clubs. All right, so that's FOURCLUBS. For the first time, what was your card? The Eight of Diamonds. It wasn't the Eight of Hearts. This is getting kind of confusing. This is Eight of Diamonds. You're not lying. Look, I guess the Four of Clubs is a magic card. That's pretty cool. I guess you can add the Four of Clubs to that list. But watch. I've never done this before, but if we take this Four of Clubs, the magic cards do something else. Watch. If I just toss it through the deck like this, just like that, that Four of Clubs changes to a different card. What was your card? The Ace of Clubs? Check that out. There it is, the Ace of Clubs. Thank you! Okay, my friends, here is how you do that trick. So I won't bother to go through the whole controlling of the cards again because, well, we've been there quite a bit through this video. So let's just say in this case our selections are the Ace of Hearts and the King of Clubs. Alright, that'll be our selections for this trick. And so they think they're lost, they're really on the bottom. Okay, so now what you need to do is, to start talking about the magic cards and how this person seems like a lucky person. You feel like they get lucky a lot, so we'll test their luck. And you say there's a few magic cards in the deck, so you might get lucky and you might find one of them. All right. So what you're gonna do is, as you're saying all this, you're gonna get a thumb break on the bottom card. I like to do it like this. I bevel the deck and I do a Marlowe pinky pull down, which is this. Like I said, I bevel the deck. I just screw with these fingers towards the base of my thumb. That gets a nice bevel in the deck, just like this. It makes it very easy now for my pinky to just do this. Pretty much a reverse pinky count. All right, so all you do is pull that bottom card down like this, hence the name pinky pull down, and then you have that break. So now you just transfer that break to a thumb break in the action of taking the deck into middle grip. So now you just have a nice thumb break on that bottom card, just like that. Now what you're going to do is you're going to start sliding over cards into your hand like this using your thumb. So you just keep doing that like this until they say stop. All right, so you ask them to say stop and try to get lucky and try to feel when the time is right to stop on one of those magic cards. All right, so you're doing this and they say stop, maybe right here. So what you're gonna do is show them the card like this, and all you're gonna do is a tip over change now. Okay, so oh, by the way, I like the line of, ooh, the Four of Hearts. Well, the Four of Diamonds is actually a lucky card, but I don't know about the Four of Hearts. And I think that bit of, you're not sure if this will work with this card. I think that adds a bit more, I don't know, drama to the whole thing and a bit more mystery to it. And they might think it might go wrong or something like that, right? So always add a bit of, play into it, all right? So, ooh, the Four of Hearts. This is not, the Four of Diamonds is a lucky card, but I don't know about the Four of Hearts. All right, so all we're going to do now is switch it for that bottom card that you have a break above, all right? So, like I said, the tip over change, it looks like this. In the action of just flipping that card back over with a deck like this, you're just going to drop that card, boop, right on top of it. All right, so easy with that thumb break. Just sort of extend your fingers if you can a little bit and just drop it off, all right? So all I got to do is just drop it like that. That's all it is, all right? So you're like this, show the card. As you turn it over, you just drop that card on top and then immediately thumb it over. So in concert, as John Bannon says, you're like this. It looks like you turn it over, but really you just drop that card on top and switch it for the Ace of Hearts. So after you've tabled that card, which is what they believe is the Four of Hearts, it's really their card, all right? The lucky person card. But they don't know that, all right, because the switch is so good. So what you're going to do now, you say, look, what we do is we spell the name of the lucky card, in this case, the Four of Hearts. And you just don't change grip. The first person card is still right there on the bottom. So you don't do anything. You just keep going like this, spelling the Four of Hearts. And this is what you do. So you go FOUROFHEARTS. And on S, on the last letter, you don't actually take the top card. You don't take the next card. You take the bottom card with the pads of these fingers. All right, this move is called Open Hockley by Ed Marlowe. It's kind of like the slip jog move control, where it looks like you peel off the top card, but you're just peeling off the bottom card, all right? So it's basically that move. It's just called Open Hockley. It's a weird name. I don't know why he calls it that. But it's the same thing as the slip jog move. You just do this, drag your thumb across the top of the deck as these fingers slide across that bottom card, just like this. And here's a nice touch on the Open Hockley move that Ed Marlowe actually talks about in one of his books. I forgot which one it is right now, forgive me. Maybe Marlowe Without Tears, correct me if I'm wrong. But here's what you do. Since you notice that when you do the move, that card is a little bit side jogged, right? So it's a good idea, it's a good touch we'll just put that right back there. It's a good touch as you're doing this to mimic that, right? So a lot of times we'll just do this, peel it off square, but it's a nice touch to actually do this and have a side jog each time and pull it in each time, right? So you're doing it very deliberately. So again, you're like this, F-O-R, or F-O-U-R-O-F, right? H-E-A-R-T-S, and that's the move. All right, so once again from the top, we have both selections of the bottom of the deck. We need a magic card. You seem like a lucky person. Get the break. Boom. We'll just say stop anytime. Stop right here. We'll take a look at that card. Ooh, the Six of Clubs. Now, I don't know about the Six of Clubs, but I know the Six of Spades is a lucky card, but we can go for the Six of Clubs. It might work. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, so that's the pattern line. Whatever you want to say is up to you. It's your trick. All right, so now all we do is spell the Six of Clubs like this. As S-I-X-O-F-C-L-U-B-S. What do we got? The King of Clubs. Was that your card? That's crazy. So the six of clubs, here's also what that magic cards can do. If you just take it like this and you aim it at the deck and you toss it through just at the right spot, you can actually change into the other card. In this case, what was your card? The Ace of Hearts? Boom, there it is, the magic card. Alright guys, so as always, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. It means the world to me. And if you got value out of it, if you learned something new, do me a huge favor and hit that like button and sub to the channel. Until next time, happy practicing. I love you guys.